Magandang umaga po sa atin lahat. Ako na naman po si Jello, ang inyong pong host ngayon Lunes. Paalala lamang po sa lahat na huwag pong kalimutang mag-sign up sa ating virtual flag racing attendance. Ang link po ay naka-flash sa inyong mga screen. Okay po. Bago po tayo mag-umpisa, stretching po muna. Naanyayahan po ang lahat na mag-unat-unat at sumabay sa ating morning exercise. Alright. Ngayon naman po, umpisa na po natin ang ating virtual flag raising ceremony sa isang maikling panalangin na pangungunahan ni Mr. Michael Reyes ng Admin Services. Ilagay po natin ang ating mga sarili sa banal na presensya ng ating Panginoon. Ito po ay susundan ng ating pambansang awit, panunumpa sa watawat, at panunumpa ng kawanin ng gobyerno.
Ng Ama, ng Anak, at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen. Mapagmahal na Ama sa langit, nagpunta kami sa iyo sa oras na ito nang humihingi ng iyong pagpapala at tulong habang kami ay magkakasama sa umagang ito. Nananalangin kami para sa patnubay sa mga bagay na mahalaga at hiniling namin na maipakita mo sa amin kung paano isasagawa ang aming gawain na may espiritu ng kagalakan at sigasig. Bigyan mo po kami ng pagnanais na makahanap ng mga paraan upang maging higit sa aming mga gawain. Hinihiling din namin, Panginoon, buksan mo ang aming mga isipan upang ang taglay naming kaalaman at karunungan ay maging butil ng pagkaing kapaki-pakinabang o di kay maging malinis na tubig na papawi ng uhaw. Ipadama mo sa amin ang pagpapatawad namin sa aming mga kapwa, higit sa aming mga sarili para mabuhay kami ng may malinis na puso, isipan at kaluluwa. Gawin mo kaming instrumento ng kabutihan sa iba para kami ay makagawa ng tamang serbisyo at paglilingkod sa bawat empleyado, guro o panauhin. Bigyan mo kami sa araw-araw ng kalakasan at sigla para matupdan namin ang mahalagang responsibilidad na nakaatang sa aming mga balikat. Ito ang aming mga samot dalangin sa pangalan ng ating Panginoong Hesukristo. Amen. Sa ngalan ng Ama, ng Anak at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Sabay-sabay nating itaas ang ating kanang kamay para sa panunumpa ng katapatan sa watawat ng Pilipinas.
Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas.
At sa bansang kanyang sinasagisag na may dangal,
Katarungan
at kalayaan.
na pinakikilos ng sambayanang makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa.
Panunumpa ng kawani ng gobyerno. Ako'y kawani ng gobyerno. Tungkulin ko ang maglingkod ng tapat at mahusay. Dahil dito, ako'y papasok ng maaga at magtatrabaho ng lampas sa takdang oras kung kinakailangan. Magsisilbi ako ng magalang at mabilis sa lahat ng nangangailangan. Pangangalagaan ko ang mga gamit, kasangkapan at iba pang pag-aari ng pamahalaan. Magiging pantay at makatarungan ang pakikitungo ko sa mga lumalapit sa aming tanggapan. Magsasalita ako laban sa katiwalian at pagsasamantala. Hindi ko gagamitin ang aking panunungkulan sa sarili kong kapakanan. Hindi ako hihingi o tatanggap ng suhol. Sisikapin kong madagdagan ang aking talino at kakayahan upang ang antas ng paglilingkod sa bayan ay patuloy na maitaas. Sapagkat ako'y isang kawani ng gobyerno at tungkulin ko ang maglingkod ng tapat at mahusay sa bayan ko at sa panahong ito. Ako at ang aking mga kapwa kawani ay kailangan tungo sa maunlad, masagana at mapayapang Pilipinas. Sa harap ninyong lahat, ako'y taus-pusong nanunumpa.
Quality Policy Statement. The Department of Education is committed to provide learners with basic education that is accessible, inclusive, and liberating through proactive leadership, shared governance, evidence-based policies, standards and programs, responsive and relevant curricula, highly competent and committed officials, teaching and non-teaching personnel, an enabling learning environment. The department upholds the highest standards of conduct and performance to fulfill stakeholders' needs and expectations by adhering to constitutional mandates, statutory and regulatory requirements, and sustains client satisfaction through continuous improvement of the quality management system. Ano naman po, pakinggan po natin ang mga updates ng mga chiefs of divisions and services. Umpisahan po natin sa aming hepe, si Ginoong Vivencio M. Taligon Jr.
Good morning po sa ating lahat. Una po ay gusto ko lang po ipaalala sa lahat na mamaya po bago magtanghali ang DCS po ay nire-require ng City Personnel's Office na mag-submit ng mga listahan ng mga unvaccinated employee. So ito po ay tutugunan natin maya-maya. Una po, nais ko lang pong paalalahanan na kung meron po dito sa DO o kaya po sa mga paaralan, sa mga eskwelahan po ninyo na meron pong mga unvaccinated, pinakikiusap ko po at pinaalala ko po sa inyo na huwag po ninyong katakutan. Huwag po ninyong katakutan at huwag niyo pong talikuran. Ang ibig ko pong sabihin, kung hindi po kayo vaccinated, okay lang po yan. Wala naman pong karampatang parusa kung kayo po ay unvaccinated. Subalit, meron pong karampatang parusa kapag kayo po ay nag-falsify ng mga dokumento. So halimbawa, kung kayo po ay nag-falsify ng ID vaccination, yan po ay mayroong karampatang parusa ayon po sa sinasabi ng Republic Act 11332. Ito po yung Mandatory Reporting of Notifiable Diseases Law. Okay? Sabi po, pinaalalahanan po ng pamahalaan na kung kayo po ay mahuhuli na nag-falsify o nag-tamper o naggumamit po ng fake vaccination card, maaari po kayong magkaroon ng penalty ng 20,000 to 50,000 fine o kaya po imprisonment of 1 months. Okay? So pinapaalala ko po sa lahat na kung hindi po kayo vaccinated, okay lang po yan. Pero mas mahalaga po na kayo po ay mag-declare na hindi po kayo vaccinated. Okay? Nga lamang po, mayroon po mga mahalagang hakbang na dapat nyo pong ipatupad. Okay? Pangalawa po, gusto ko pong sabihin na nagsisimula na po uli ang ating, for 2022 po, ay nagsisimula na po uli ang ating client satisfaction survey na nag-zero in na po ang lahat ng services dito sa atin sa divisions simula po nitong January 3. So, sa kasalukuyan po, pati ko po ma-share ang aking screen. Pati ko ma-share, Angelo, ang screen ko. host disabled participant screen sharing. Anyways, so i-announce ko na lamang po na as of January 16, 2022, tayo po ay mayroon pa lamang pong 54 respondents. Ang mayroon pa lamang pong mga services na aktibo pa rin po sa pagpapasagot sa kanilang client satisfaction survey ay pinangungunahan ngayon ng admin services na may 15 respondents, budget 11 respondents, CID 11 respondents, cash division 6 respondents, record 6 respondents, Office of Attorney Kasangkapan 2 respondents, HRMS 1 respondent, SDS Office 1 respondent, ASDS Mr. Arrow's Office 1 respondent, and the rest ay 0 pa po. School health, accounting, publications, property, school plant, ASDS Dr. Cruz Office, ASDS Dr. Ida's Office, ICT, SGOD, legal. So paki-remind lang po uli na sa taong pong ito, kailangan po nating muling paalalahanan ng ating mga kliyente na sumagot po sa ating client satisfaction survey. At muli paalala po na mula po ngayon hanggang Huwebes po ay sarado po ang gate ng ating division office sapagkat tinatapos na po itong gitna na hopefully po ay matapos po talaga ng Huwebes. Kayo po ay paalalahanan at bibigyan po ng mga anunsyo pa sa mga darating na mga araw. Maraming salamat po at magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Maglingkod po tayo sa bayan. Salamat po.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Jun. Naman po, pag-proceed naman po tayo kay Ma'am Jo Lorenzo ng Accounting Services.
Magandang umaga po. Am I heard?
Yes po.
Sa ating superintendent, sa ating mga assistant superintendents, mga chiefs, the principals, teachers, non-teaching personnel, good morning on a Monday morning. Sir Jun, salamat sa yung mga mahalagang mga topics. Well taken po dun sa mga gusto nyong report. Although I wanna make a heads up that all accounting personnel have reported that they are vaccinated. And so, ganun po. And then, well taken din po yung mga parking na yan na wala muna, kaya maaga muna yung aking driver kanina. Well, nevertheless, the accounting services is now busy on paying yun pong ating mga inobligate as of December 31. Particularly, marami po dito yung mga program owners ng division office, pati po mga sweldo at mga salary adjustments containing in the supplementary payrolls. Tuloy din po yung aming gathering pa ng mga reports, although I just hope that principals made way that in spite of the mayor's announcement of no school, walang pasok sa mga eskwela, I just hope that meron po tayong mga instructions on the completion of financial reports and liquidation reports. Praying lang po. Sana po nagawa ng paraan yon dahil kahit naman po nag-declare ang mayor na walang pasok ang mga eskwela, ang DepEd po, ang COA, and all oversight agencies, hindi naman po nagbabago ng kanilang mga deadline on the submission of reports. Sana po maunawaan nyo kami. And also, we are just waiting for the financial plans, the SOB, the monthly disbursement program, APP, and other financial plans na kasama sa budget plans. Naghihintay lang po kami dito sa accounting para po ma-release po namin ang initial downloading of school MOOE. Yun lamang po. Happy week po. Thank you.
Thank you po, Ma'am Jo. Ngayon naman po, para sa budget services, si Ma'am Lilian Saavedra.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Jello. First, narinig ba ako, Jello?
Yes po, Ma'am, naririnig po.
Okay. Susundan ko lang yung sinabi ni Boss Jo dun sa SOV and MCP. Kabababa lang po ng SGOD nung Monday, yung mga District 1 and 2, then 3 and 4, and 5 and 6. And alam ko po, for signature po yun sa taas. Then after po nung maibaba, ibibigay po namin yung MCP na sa accounting. Then, ang gusto po sana namin, i-distribute po yun by district para po walang masyadong maraming tao sa budget. By District 1 po, 1, yung chairman po yung kukuha. Yun po yung ang gusto naming mangyari para hindi po tayo, sumunod po tayo sa health protocols. Second po, i-update ko lang po kayo sa SRI ng City Paid Employee. Nasa cash division na po siya, yung payroll natin. Inuna lang po yung sahod natin, di ba? On time tayo na sumahod ng Friday, national and city. So, isusunod na po ng cash division, yung 10K po ng City Paid Employee. So, wait po kayo this week para may 10K po kayo. Then, sa lahat po ng school heads and other concerns offices, ito na po, nagbigay na po ng deadline ang City Budget Office and the City Accountant. The deadline will be the closing of books per City Fund will be on January 31, 2022. So maki-remind lang po, lalo na po kung wala pang nababayarang monthly allowance, yung meron kasi minsan yung teacher na po-promote sa CID, nangyari yan last year, hindi siya tinanggal siya sa school, hindi siya sinama sa division office. Please coordinate po kung may mga cases po na gano'n kasi actually, parang hindi nabayaran si Sir nun kasi hindi rin siya nakasama sa obligation. Please coordinate po kung may mga cases na gano'n para po ma-obligate po natin sa December 31 kung hindi pa kayang i-process yung payroll dahil sa requirements. Yun lang po, and thank you very much and good morning and God bless everyone.
Thank you po, Ma'am Lilian. Next naman po, para sa Assets Management Services, si Ma'am Carol Kerry.
Hello, good morning po sa ating superintendent, sa mga assistant superintendent, sa mga chief and school head po. On behalf po ulit ni Ma'am Carol Kerry, ako po yung bibigay ng update para sa Asset Management Office. Update lang po tungkol sa continuous delivery ng modules. Ito po yung galing ng Central Office and NCR. Baka po we will be advising the school heads to your property custodian to pick up the module since at the moment wala pa po tayong allotted budget para sa hauling. So baka post na lang po kami sa group chat ng mga property custodian kung kailan po yung pick up po ng mga modules. Yun lang po para sa asset management services po. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you po, Sir Carlo. Ngayon naman po, para sa Information and Communications Technology, Sir JC Sarmiento.
Good morning po sa lahat. Sir June and Attorney Repelente, kung nandito po kayo sa office, I would like to seek your support dun sa aming tinatry out na system that would support our work from home arrangement na tinry namin sa accounting last week. We will expand the trial this week. I-join namin po kayo. Pag okay naman, tsaka natin lalakihan ng lalakihan. Yun lang po for ICT unit. Back to you, Sir Jello.
Thank you po, Sir JC.
Sir JC, nandito po ako sa office.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po, Sir JC. Sunod naman po, para sa Human Resource Management Services, si Ma'am Mesusa L. De La Cruz.
Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Nakapagpasahod na po tayo sa lahat ng National Paid Employees last Friday para sa first half ng sweldo. Na-implement na po yung 15/30 na pagsahod. Pinapaalam po namin na hindi pa kasama dito ang salary increase. So doon po sa mga nagtatanong, hindi po siya kasama pa at wala pa pong go signal ang NCR para po sa salary increase. Ang natanggap po nila sa separate sa 2021 na sahod po. And ang SRI payroll ng 3K ay nakahanda na po, tapos na pong i-prepare ng section ng HR. So, anytime services para sa pagbabayad. And to all city paid non-teaching personnel, please submit your City of Manila Performance Evaluation System or yung COM-SPMS for the period of July to December 2021, not later than January 24, 2022. In addition, those who failed to submit their previous performance ratings, yan yung 2019, 2020, and January to June 2021, marami po ito sa mga city pages na nasa school. They are also required to submit such on the same date, January 24, 2022. So binibigyan pa rin po kayo ng pagkakataon ng city personnel na makapag-submit ng IPCRF or COM-SPMS po hanggang January 24, 2022. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you po, Ma'am Mesusa. Proceed naman po tayo sa Legal and Complaint Services, ni Attorney Mary Grace Repelente.
Good morning to all. Okay. Please include this as part of your reminders, from the Legal Affairs and Complaint Services. Okay, that violations of RA number 11032 or the Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act of 2018 are now considered administrative offenses. A resolution was issued by the Civil Service Commission amending in effect the 2017 rules on administrative cases in the civil service in order to be consistent with the provisions of RA number 11032. Other said provisions, violations include the refusal to accept an application or request with complete requirements being submitted by an applicant or requesting party without due cause. The imposition of additional requirements or additional costs that are not in the citizen's charter, and the failure to give the applicant or requesting party a written notice on the disapproval of an application or request. The failure to render government services within the prescribed processing time on any application or request without due cause. The failure to attend to applicants or requesting parties who are still within the premises of the office or agency concerned prior to the end of official working hours and during lunch break, and failure or refusal to issue official receipts are considered also violations under this RA. So these acts are punishable by suspension from the service for 6 months. Remember, it's a suspension from the service for 6 months for the first offense and dismissal from the service on the second offense. Meanwhile, the act of fixing and or collusion with fixers in consideration of economic gain and or other gain or advantage shall also be punishable with dismissal from service on the first offense. Okay. To remind you, RA number 11032 was enacted on May 28, 2018, amending RA number 9485 or the Anti-Red Tape Act of 2007 to provide a program for the adoption of simplified requirements and procedures that will reduce red tape and expedite business and non-business related transactions in government. Streamlining systems and procedures is part of modernizing the government and adapting to the new normal, which requires the use of technology to better serve our clients. Okay. So please be reminded of those acts which are deemed violative of RA 11032 and the corresponding penalties that may be imposed upon us once we violate those provisions which are now incorporated under RARAX. That's all for the legal services.
Thank you po, Attorney. Ano po tayo sa Records Management Services, Mr. Ferdinand Cabaluna.
Thank you, Jello. Good morning po sa ating lahat. Gusto naming ipaalala o ipaalam sa ating mga school heads na ang DepEd resolution na isa sa mga requirements upang maitama ang student name na may discrepancy ay ang DepEd NCR po ang gumagawa at hindi po sa division level record services. Thank you po.
Thank you po, Sir Ferdy. Ngayon naman po, para sa Publication Services, Mr. Reynaldo M. Punsalan.
Good morning. Am I heard, Sir Jello?
Yes po, Ma'am G.
Good morning. So I'll be speaking on behalf of our chief, Sir Reynaldo Punsalan, and on behalf of our colleagues in the Publication Services. We are now on the second half of January of this year, and the Publication Services would again like to affirm everyone that we continue to uphold our commitment to deliver quality and timely delivery of services, especially in terms of information dissemination, including the reproduction and printing of all the printing requirements of the different services in our division office. And particularly last week, that's from the period of January 10 to January 14, 2022, the Publication Services have received a total of around 15 memorandums, which includes some other basic communications such as request letters, the office memorandum as regards the car and motorcycle parking the division office, plus the vacancies for non-teaching and head teacher positions. Now, out of these issuances, we have released, printed, and collated around 13 issuances, and we have also posted the same to our digital platform, as well as to the record services and to the field. As regards the printing requests from other services, for the past week, we have reproduced a total of 1,090 copies, and that is covering assumption to duty, oath of office, and letterheads. Now, your attention is also invited to Division Memorandum number 16 of this year, and that is the filing of our SALN and disclosure of our business interest and financial connections, plus the identification of our relatives in the government service. Now, this will be submitted to the Administrative Services not later than February 28, 2022. Now, the Publication Services would like to thank everyone for your cooperation, especially in terms of the proper coursing of correspondence. That's all. Thank you po.
Thank you po, Ma'am G. Next po, para sa School Plan Services, Mr. Nestor Amasio. Okay, mukhang wala po sila, Sir Nestor. Kasi naman po tayo sa School Governance and Operations Division, Mr. Virgilio A. Santos.
Thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. Good morning, and today is Monday. We are going to start a new week, and we are very glad and happy that we all here today. The greatest blessing that we receive. For the SGOD, I just want to remind everyone that today is already the 3rd day of January. So we already prepared and submitted our 2022 programs, projects, and activities. And therefore, we must ensure that all our programs, projects, and activities for 2022 must be delivered in order to meet our targets and our plans. For the annual accomplishment report, so we are continuously completing our 2021 annual accomplishment report. And in line with the academic is that we are implementing now, so we will just to remind all our school heads regarding significant dates, significant dates related to that order, that starting today, today we have the academic health break for our learners, and when we resume the classes, it is a purely asynchronous classes. And on January 31 and February, up till February 5, is the mid-year break or in-service training of teachers. And then the classes will resume. So I think that's all. And we would like to recognize also our schools having a Gabaldon building. This is a national recognition. We already recognize our schools, but we will do it on our own level at the division level. I think that's all. Thank you very much, and good morning, everyone.
Thank you po, Sir Ver. Yan naman po, para sa Curriculum Implementation Division, si Mrs. Aida Rondilla.
Okay, good morning po sa lahat, sa ating Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Maria Magdalena Lim, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendents, Dr. Cynthia Ailes, Dr. Melody Cruz, Attorney Antonio Kasangkapan, Mr. Pedro Arao, to all the Chiefs of Services and Divisions, school heads, supervisors, and all employees of SDO Manila, good morning. Relative to the health break of teachers and learners, the CID supervisors are now preparing adjustments on the budget of work, which will be distributed to the schools and to the teachers before they come back after the health break. And this will be by subject area and by grade level, so that this will ensure that none of the competencies will be missed in preparation for the next quarter. Another one, I'd like to mention the top schools regarding the utilization of the 88 tuition materials. Number 1 is Santa Ana Elementary School. Congratulations first. Second is Marcela Agoncillo Elementary School. Third, Antonio Regidor Elementary School. Fourth, Tondo High School. Fifth, Jose Abad Santos High School. Sixth, Francisco Balagtas Elementary School. Seventh, FG Calderon Elementary School. 8, Benitez Elementary School. 9, G. Santiago Elementary School. And 10th is Amado Hernandez Elementary School. Number 11 is Gomez, and then Sumulong, Jacinto Zamora, Moises Salvador. So although we do not want our teachers and our learners to be accessing these materials during their health break, maybe when they resume classes, I encourage all the school heads to encourage also your learners and your teachers to make use of these materials. These are very good, provided by our local government, and this will supplement the materials that we already have. That's all. Congratulations to the top schools who are utilizing the 88 vision materials. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you po, Ma'am Aida. Ngayon naman po, pakinggan naman po natin ang mga mensahe ng ating mga Assistant Schools Division Superintendent. Umpisahan po natin kay Ma'am Melody Cruz.
Salamat to our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Maria Magdalena Lim, sa SO5, sa aking mga kasamang ASDSS, Sir Pedro Arao, Dr. Cynthia Ailes, and Attorney Antonio Kasangkapan. To the Chiefs of Services and Divisions, Supervisors, Principals, non-teaching personnel, and teachers, good morning po. To our school employees, maximize your health break. Recharge your batteries, as we cannot give what we do not have. We cannot serve well if we do not have a healthy mind and body. Reminder din po sa ating mga punong guro na siguraduhin safe and secure ang ating paaralan during this health break. At dahil maraming mga batang Maynila ang umaasa sa atin, kung kaya't samantalahin ang pagkakataon na ito upang magpalakas, magpapahinga, ngunit di susuko. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Manatili po tayong mag-ingat.
Salamat po, Ma'am Melody. Ngayon naman po, si Ma'am Cynthia Ailes.
Thank you so much. Sa ating facilitator for our virtual health ceremony today, to the admin office. Thank you so much. Of course, to the top management servants headed by our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Maria Magdalena M. My co-ASDSS, our division chiefs, supervisors, our school heads, non-teaching of the division office and school level, our viewers. Once again, good morning po. So I would like to appreciate our school heads for continuously responding to some urgent concerns. So thank you so much. I know last Friday, there were some, because of that announcement, after we had our meeting. So medyo syempre, kahit ayaw manggambalain, but we have to complete yung isang report. And I just asked one of the school head na this morning, and then nag-reply. So meaning, even we know that somehow you are given a chance to rest sa ganitong mga virtual activities. Nevertheless, isang PM lang, no? So we are really extending and appreciating that itong mga bagay na to ay ina-extend nyo na at talagang yung function nyo ay hindi nyo hinihiwalay, although ang sabi nun ay isolate. So thank you so much for that, for our school heads, and of course, sa ating SDO, salamat din. So after nun, yung meeting agad. So right now, the PSDS or group will have already specific items to be done for the whole week. So thank you so much kasi pag ganong mabilisan, mabilis din po yung action, and they are guided para hindi nagpapakiramdaman. I know they know their functions, but given them the so many activities that they could have, salamat kay Dr. Melody, nabanggit niya, it's time for us to really somehow recharge, and that is really good. So yun, ano na po, yung the whole week na meron sila ay nakalagay na lahat. And of course, thank you so much sa ating school head. Nakapag-observe na po ako ng isang klase, and I'm happy with that teacher kasi bago lang po siya, no? So I'm really happy with how she facilitated the lesson. And hindi po siya section 1, pero I could see that the students could really interact. Sabi ko nga, during the post-con, I really believe na itong teacher na to, from the very beginning, na-establish niya na agad yung kanyang connection sa ating mga bata. Kasi you could not really encourage them to attend your classes if your lesson will not be interesting. So, nung binabanggit sa atin ng SDS natin last time, na isa sa mga items na kulang sa mga guro ay yung to keep the lesson be interesting to their students. So, natutuwa ako kasi sabi ko nga sa kanya is even pala hindi ka section 1 and you could see how the pupils interacted and with of course hindi naman I believe hindi niya alam na papasok kami. Kasi it was I think anong oras yun? An hour before the observation of class, saka pa lang kami sinenda ng link ng principal. And of course, salamat kasi we could always be wanted to be a part of that demo. And then, hindi naman siya demo. It's only parang natural class activity. No? And then, I'm also happy with how the teachers responded to, of course, the post-conference that we have given. So, ganun ako open yung ating mga kaguruan. No? You could feel naman that. You could feel if they are really parang somehow may nervous ba. So, that means that we are really into that transition wherein our teachers feel that we are really visiting because we would like to somehow give good points and to somehow give technical assistance on what they are doing. So, thank you so much for that. And I really appreciate the teacher. Sabi ko nga, ang galing ng mga bata, ang galing ng teacher. So, thank you for that. Now, for the message, just from the internet, of course, yun lang naman ang ating source, no? According to internet po, in the year 2007, the third reason why, or the cause of death throughout the world is suicide. Okay, that was in 2007. That is the ages that usually have that suicide is between 15, the young adults, 15 to 24. Now, in this year, 2021, just recently, June, it became the fourth, siguro dahil because of the COVID, no? It becomes the fourth cause of death that is suicidal. Kaya lang po bumaba na yung age. That is 15 to 19. So ano po ang sinesend sa atin ito? Meaning, yun lang yung most, pero it varies in different ages, in different generation. And do you know that there are 700,000 people who committed suicide throughout the year, throughout the world in a year? Imagine that. So, papaano ba natin itong i-apply sa atin? So, ang sabi dito sa Colossians 3 verse 16. Ang sabi dito, let the word of Christ dwell in you richly, in all wisdom, teaching, and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Lord. So paano ba tayo magko-contribute or paano ba natin somehow malilesen ito? Let's start with our home. Alam natin ang generation ngayon, they have so much of, sabihin natin yung attention. Kailangan nila yan. Ako nga, I have a youngest child. Pag nasabihan siya ng pangit, talagang nagmumurmur siya, nagpapapadyak siya. As young as that. So sa bahay ba natin, we are extending, sinasabi natin ditong we have to be enriched with Christ. So ano ba yung being positive, being encouraged by the people around you. How many times we appreciate our kids? Pag masyado na tayo maraming trabaho, we somehow give them some appreciation. Minsan nga, kinukuha nila yung time natin pero hindi naman nabibigay. So para sa atin, yung mga tao nakapaligid sa atin, how many times that we appreciate them? Because ang sabi dito, richly in all wisdom. Ano ba yung lumalabas sa mga bibig natin? May mga times ba na tayo pa yung nagkukos ng pressure? Or may mga times na parang down na labat because of your message? Because of the words of encouragement? Simpleng PM lang. Di ba? So how are we going to parang use our encouragement that we have had in our hearts? Sabi nga kanina, you cannot share what you do not experience, what you do not have. You cannot teach what you do not know. So ano ba ang laman ng puso natin? So kung ang laman ng puso natin ay punong-puno ng pagpapasalamat sa Diyos. Therefore, yung mga taong nakapaligid sa atin, we always extend that heart, that cheerful heart. Smile nga lang eh. Di ba? So yun nga lang, sabi ko nga is, sabihin mo lang na, alam mo, di ba, lagi natin pag kami minsan nakita natin na hindi ka tumatanda, di ba? Hindi natin alam kung ano nangyayari sa kanya sa loob. Those are simple words, no? Hindi ko naman sinabing magsinungaling tayo. It's just that we always find reasons to extend appreciation to other people. And to you all, of course, we are really extending our thanks to everyone. Alam natin that we have our own personal concerns, but because we want to serve with excellence, and of course, we want to serve our clientele hanggang sa baba. So thank you so much for that. And to everyone, always find, kung di kaya, sabi nga nila ang tawag daw doon ay gratefulness basket. Gratefulness basket, ilang tao yung na-reach out mo at nakapag-encourage ka sa bawat isa. So to everyone, this morning, and again, let's be excited as we have this week to allow us, sabi naman Melody, is to grow personally and somehow to also serve our people. With that, good morning everyone and keep safe.
Thank you po, Ma'am Ines. Sunod naman po, si Mr. Pedro M. Araw.
Good morning. Loud and clear ba ako?
Yes po, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Isang mapagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat. At ngayon, Lunes na naman. As we can see and observe what happens in our surroundings, especially dito sa COVID-19. Ito po ay reminder lamang mga kasama. At sana ay katulad ng git ng ating Assistant Superintendent, Ma'am Ailes. Totoo yun. At this point in time, siguro dapat nakafocus tayo sa ating kalusugan muna. Tingnan natin. Kasi halos lahat ng nakakausap ko ay through social media at saka sa pagkikipag-usap sa kanila pag tumatawag ko sa mga relatives and friends. Ang laging binabanggit ay may sipon, may ubo, lagnat, etc. etc. At ang kaisipan ng mga tao ngayon ay merong sense of fear. Alam ko, yan din ang nararamdaman ninyo. Pero chill-chill lang tayo. Let us think positive in all aspects of our life. Sa mga school heads at sa mga chief of services or non-teaching personnel na nakikinig ngayon sa ating flag raising ceremony, tingnan natin yung ating sarili at mag-ingat tayo. Pero ang dalawang word na gusto kong itanim sa ating kaisipan habang ginagampanan natin ang ating mga tungkulin ay yung salitang because of this academic is, let me remind each and everyone, mga kasama, na yung academic is refers only to our students and teachers. They are being stopped performing their functions as teachers and as learners to stop studying for the next 1 week up to January 21 as announced by our city mayor. At yan ang kasalukuyang ginagawa ngayon sa buong bansa, yung academic is. But what would be the essence of academic is so that we can understand kung ano ba talaga, saan ba tayo tutungo, saan tayo pupunta. Yung academic is na ginagawa natin ngayon ay, let me remind especially the school heads, including non-teaching personnel performing their duties and functions inside your office. To apply the word, dalawang word lang ito mga kasama, yung leniency and flexibility. Kung basahin ninyo yung department order na inisyu sa field mula central office, including our mayor, and also the division memo that we have recently issued relative to our academic is for the next few days, ay kailangan magiging maluwag tayo sa ating sarili. Unang-una, tingnan natin kung saan ba tayo magiging stricto at kung saan ba tayo magiging flexible sa ating paggampan ng ating tungkulin. What is important is that magawa natin yung ating gagawin sa araw-araw na ating paggawa, lalo-lalo na sa ating mga non-teaching personnel. Yung academic is, ang non-teaching personnel ay hindi po yan kasama. Kaya yung mga dokumento na dapat nating i-prepare, yung mga documents na dapat nating ipasa, yung alternative work arrangement ay manatili pa rin sa atin. Ang academic is applied lamang yan sa ating mga estudyante at sa mga guro. Kaya sa loob ng isang linggo, kung sakali meron kayong nararamdaman and you cannot make it, sabi nga ni Ma'am Melody Cruz kanina ay you can only work with a healthy body. Yan ang unahin natin mga kasama. Wala siguro sa ngayon ang hindi makapagsasabi na meron akong lagnat, may sipon, may ubo. Pero basta chill lang tayo. What is important is binigyan pa tayo ng pagkakataon na mabuhay ng ating Panginoon Diyos. Yan ang importante sa lahat. Kaya huwag tayong pakampante. Gawin natin yung ating health protocol na ipinapatupad sa atin. At nawa po ay magiging ligtas ang bawat isa sa atin sa pagsagupa dito sa COVID Omicron na ito. Mag-ingat ang bawat isa sa atin, mga kasama. And let us not forget to pray always. Yan ang kailangan natin ngayon. Anuman ang gagawin natin sa buhay natin ay huwag tayong mawalan ng pag-asa. Huwag tayong mapanghinaan ng loob sapagkat yan ay talagang nangyayari sa buhay ng tao. Gaya ng napansin natin sa mga past few months, past few weeks, past few days, talagang mararamdaman natin talaga yung kawalan ng kontrol ng bawat isa sa atin. At gaya ng aking pinabanggit na isang wisdom na kung saan ay dapat natin panghawakan, kapag ang tao ay wala sa kanyang control, if a person is not in control of any situation for that matter, then try to change our behavior. And behavior is very important in addressing the problem of COVID-19 para sa ganun ay malampasan natin itong mga unos na ito, mga pagsubok na dumarating sa ating buhay. Sa inyong lahat, pagpalain nawa tayo ng ating Panginoon Diyos. Maraming salamat. Good morning.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Pic. Ngayon naman po, isunod po natin si Attorney Antonio C. Kasangkatan.
Thank you, Jello. Jello, naririnig na ba ako, Jello?
Yes po, naririnig po, Attorney.
Yes. Good morning. First things first, ating Superintendent, Dr. Magdalena M. Lim, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Pete Araw, Dr. Melody Cruz, Dr. Cynthia Ailes, all the Chief of Services, and the divisions, unit heads, SDO employees, supervisors, and of course, yung mga nasa field natin ng mga school heads. Although alam ko tayo ngayon ay naka-psychological and physiological peace. 1 week na itong 1 week na to starting last Friday by virtue of Executive Order number 7 series of 2022 ng ating mayor that it supersedes everything, even CHED, even regional memo, it supersedes by the executive order under the local power of the local government unit, yung tatawag na police power nila, no? Yung General Welfare Clause. Kaya nagsimula na ang Manila, nauna na si Yorme, start ng Friday, 14 to 21. I think the main purpose of that is not only on academic ease, but physiological and psychological ease, so that alam mo naman natin yung 39,000 that is superficial, 39,000 daily that is superficial. That's not the exact count of actual COVID variant Omicron positive. My assumption is about 100,000 per day yan, kasi yung 39,000 yan lang ang na-test. How about yung hindi na-test? Example, yung ginawang ng LTO, nagkaroon sila ng random antigen test, although antigen test is not conclusive, but nakita doon 1 out of 8 na passenger ay positive without knowing that they are positive. So technically, talagang more than 100,000 daily to, specifically sa NCR. So very timely ang ginawa ni Mayor. So all school employees, not only teachers, di ba? Maliwanag naman yung executive order. There is no room for interpretation because the executive order is clear that it encompasses the students, parents, teachers, as well as school employees for a 1 week. I think this 1 week is not only, as I've said, not only academic ease, but physiological and psychological ease. For 1 week at least naka-quarantine na, whether we are positive or not. Of course, exempted dyan ng SDO officials and employee, because we are going to report on a status quo status, no? MWF, PTHF, etc. But congratulations nga sa ating mga empleyado sa SDO office, because dapat talaga magtuloy-tuloy ang opisina. Hindi pwedeng mag 1 week tayo sa bahay lahat. Hindi sino gagawa ng ating mga payroll, etc. At may nagsasabi bakit daw 1530, no? Actually, 1530 na sweldo ng teacher, may advantage yun. Ngayon, kung ngayon yung lumiit daw ang sweldo, may kalahati. Kung dating 6,000, naging 3,000. So, ang isilang gagawin yung teacher dyan, huwag mo nang withdrawin yung 15, so mag-withdraw ka ng 30. So, ganoon din yun, para din isang buwan na sa 6,000 ang net take home. At any rate, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga kasama natin, empleyado ng DepEd Manila, of course, lahat tayo nasa gobyerno, whether city or national. Sabi nga ni Yorme, adap ulit, mawawalan ng trabaho, sabi niya, mga ibang tao, pero nasa gobyerno kakain sa dapat. Tayo mga permanente at may sweldo pa, at maraming ang apektado nitong sa ekonomiya natin, no? Maraming nagsara, maraming nabawasan, maraming nag-retrench, nagsarang opisina, etc. Patete, pasalamat tayo at tuloy-tuloy lang ang ating trabaho. Lamang at maraming salamat po at God bless us.
Thank you po, Attorney. Maraming salamat po sa ating mga assistant superintendents. So, naman po natin pakinggan ang mensahe ng ating Schools Division Superintendent, si Ma'am Maria Magdalena M. Lim.
Thank you, Jello. Good morning, everyone. Sa ating mga assistant superintendents, sa mga division and service chiefs, sa mga supervisors, mga principals sa field, at sa lahat ng mga kasali ngayon sa ating flag raising ceremony. Again, papagpalang umaga at sana ay ligtas tayo ngayon. Gusto ko lang banggitin ang mga details nung napag-meetingan namin with our regional director, Sir Willie Cabral, regarding the suspension of classes, na reiteration din sa health na i-declare ng ating mahal na mayor, na sinundan din ng mga ibang mayor sa iba't ibang bahagi ng Pilipinas. So ito yung aming napag-meetingan last Thursday, that
January 15 up to January 22. Day. Bakit kasama yung 22? Kasi, ganun din, ay hindi naman nagtutusyon ay kasi isinama yung 22. Magre-resume ng January 24 to 29, pero fully asynchronous pa rin. Walang synchronous classes next week. Walang pasok talaga, health break, suspended ang asynchronous. Hindi mag-online. And then that will also still extend yung academic is. Parang academic is pa rin sa January 24 to 29. And then January 31 to February 5, that is SEM break or the mid-year break. Learners can still continue working on their backlogs. Although naka-break sila, yung mga hindi nakakatapos mag-submit ng mga outputs nila, pwede nilang gamitin ang break para i-complete ang kanilang mga school tasks. February 7 to 8, ang scheduled exam niya ng for second grading. Na-re-schedule based dun sa ibinigay na school calendar because of this suspension of classes. And February 9 is the start of quarter 3. Okay. Dito sa period ng January 15 to January 29, no physical submission of outputs and no physical reporting of teachers. So hanggang 29 yan kasi nga asynchronous yung 24 to 29. So mula nung i-declare na walang pasok ng January 15, ngayong linggo to, tapos hanggang next week, no physical submission of outputs and no physical reporting of teachers. February 7 to 12, may nagtanong sa atin noon kung hanggang kailan ba natin ibibigyan ng extension ang mga bata sa pagsasubmit ng kanilang second grading outputs. So ito yung sagot. February 7 up to 12 will be the submission of quarter 2 outputs. Hindi na natin sila i-require doon sa end of second grading na week na mag-submit. Although kung may mag-submit, very good. Pero yung hindi kaya mag-submit, siyempre dahil nagkasakit, maraming mga rason at mga valid reasons. So we are going to give them an extension for their submission of outputs for second grading up to February 12. Mabibigyan sila natin ng consideration. Ang isa pang habilin sa ating mga school heads, ang ating mga modules na procured ng central office at NCR, kahit na nga din ang ating division procured, basta ngayong school year, they must be retrieved. Kasi wala na daw budget for the next school year for the printing of modules. Kaya kailangan i-retrieve natin ito. Nabanggit kanina ng ating asset and property, sa property si Carlo, na nandyan ang mga modules ready na for distribution, kaya nga lang walang pasok ngayon ang mga school personnel. So we will resume the distribution siguro by next week. We are going to resolve the issue on transportation expense. Maghahadal muna kami ng taga-finance on how we're going to do it. But the fallback is really to use the school MOE. But rest assured that we will do whatever means that we can para ma-address ang transportation ng distribution of modules. Kasi doon nila, ang procurement kasi nasa NCR na at saka sa Central. So, diniretso nila ngayon sa ating Celedonio Elementary School. Kaya, kailangan pang i-distribute ito sa ating mga schools, sa iba't ibang mga schools. So, ganun din ang SGOD, kailangan din nating paghandaan ang pagmomonitor ng modules at gusto ko rin huwag ninyong bitawan ang resolution or action na gagawin ngayong linggo sa mga SIM cards na hindi pa na-distribute, yung zero distribution. I would suggest na i-retrieve lahat ang hindi na-distribute dito sa DO ang distribution o kung hindi kaya mag-distribute sa schools. So dito natin i-distribute, we'll find means na para ma-distribute kasi nabayaran na yan, nakakapanghinayang ang pera na ibinili ng local government para sa mga bata na hindi pala nati-distribute din. I understand yung mga cases na hindi pinipick up ng parents dahil baka meron din naman sila. Pero just the same, gusto din nating i-retrieve yun kasi may mga schools na may mga estudyante na kailangan pa rin ng mga SIM cards. Hindi kasi 1:1 ang procurement ng local government. Based lang ito sa consumption natin nung nakaraang taon plus buffer. Pero kahit pa pala, based doon sa consumption nung nakaraang taon, hindi pa rin nakukonsume lahat ngayon based on the distribution. So we wanted to maximize the resources of the government. So you are going to retrieve, SGOD, please facilitate the retrieval of the undistributed SIM cards. And we are going to meet again with our school heads on how we are going to make use of the retrieved SIM cards for learners who are still in need of more load, internet load. I am glad that CID has already started planning on the budget of work based on the missed competencies for this week na suspended ang classes. There was no mention yet of extension of school days in compensation of the suspension of classes. Wala namang nabanggit ng ganon. Ang binanggit lamang ay it is up to our schools and the division to come up with a system for the coverage of the competencies so that hindi naman ma-shortchange ang ating mga estudyante. I'm also happy that there are some teachers or one teacher was invited, our assistant superintendent, for observation of her class. And I am encouraging our school heads to motivate our teachers to invite supervisors and also the assistant superintendents to observe classes. This way we have a first-hand experience on how our students and teachers are coping in the online class. Makikita namin kung maganda ba, okay na ba itong sistema na ginagawa natin, o meron pa tayong dapat na gawin. We are not doing this to be finding fault among our teachers. Ginagawa natin itong pag-observe ng klase para makita natin kung ano ba talaga ang status ngayon nila first-hand, para makita sa loob mismo ng online class ang ginagawang pagkaklase ng ating mga estudyante at mga teachers dito sa distance education. So, I am also reiterating ang panawagan ng ating mga assistant superintendent, sina Ma'am Melody na Sir Pete, at nina Ma'am Ailes at ni Attorney Tony, na talagang dobling ingat tayo. Hindi natin alam kung sino ang kausap natin, kung ito by carrier, because not all people are manifesting symptoms of an Omicron infection. So tayo na lang mismo sa sarili natin ang mag-iingat. As much as possible, avoid crowded places at avoid talking. Kasi dyan lang sa bibig, kasi unless that you are wearing your masks. But then again, it's not 100% guarantee that you can be protected. Pero kaya kailangan talaga yung social distancing. At kumain lang muna ng solo-solo. Huwag muna tayo magkumain ng grupo just to ensure that our safety is really being taken care of. Ulitin ko din, reiterate ko din, ang suspension ay sa klase. Although may suspension ang mga school personnel, but it doesn't mean that our services being called for is also suspended. Kasi yung mga, tama si Ma'am Jo, yung mga deadlines ng submission of reports is not extended, yun pa rin ang deadline. So, alam ko na mga school heads, they are on call, willing din sila, just in case that we need a report ASAP. Paki-facilitate na lang. I know that our school personnel are at home, having their health break, but siguro exception na lang ito, lalo na sa finance na kailangan talaga nating mag-submit ng report on time. So pwede naman nila sigurong gawin ang kanilang paghahanda sa report sa bahay para lamang natin matugunan ang serbisyo na hinihingi sa atin. So again, I am extending my gratitude to everyone for bearing with the current situation na mahirap talagang pumasok ngayon. Ang ating gate ay ginagawa, hindi tayo makapark sa loob. Pagpapasensya nyo na, extend niyo na ang inyong patience dito at ang inyong pag-iingat sa loob at nandiyan pa yung inyong takot. Again, wag tayong padadaig sa takot. Let the fear be our tailwind. Iusog tayo para lalo pang magtrabaho because it is a challenge for us to perform our duties despite the challenges amidst our surroundings. So, God bless you all. Magdasal tayo para sa ating kaligtasan at ng kaligtasan ng ating pamilya. Maraming salamat sa lahat.
Salamat po, Ma'am Lim. Po, mangyaring manatili po at sumabay sa pag-awit sa awit ng Maynila, NCR HIB at DCS March.
sa puso ko'y dangal. Ang adhikais sulong ka, ang tanging NCR, dangan nitong bayan. NCR, dangan nitong bayan.
nagtatapos ang ating virtual flag raising ceremony. Maalala naman po ulit na huwag kalimutan mag-sign up sa ating virtual flag raising ceremony attendance. Maraming salamat po.